Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the stage.
Well, for us, thankfully, we were preparing for a pandemic without knowing that there was a pandemic coming. The entire system that we put together in every classroom and every school, we already had that technology going in preparation for the pandemic. I came over to the central office, called the cabinet, the team, and I said, what can we do to improve the sound in every classroom? That's how we got in contact with Front Row, and as they say, the rest is history, but that's how it all began.
As Clint's requirements grew and expanded, we were designing as fast as we could keep up and customizing it to be exactly what Dr. Martinez wanted. It was an exciting process of hearing their needs and working to meet their needs, redesigning and reintegrating a camera, integrating the teacher microphones, everything, future-proofing everything. And little did we know how much that would be needed once the pandemic hit.
The teacher microphone, I love using it. I'm actually a teacher that I have a very loud voice, and this microphone actually helps me bring the voice back to like a normal room setting. They're sitting in the back of the classroom, they'll hear me the same way the kids at the front of the room will hear me. Online, the kids are also hearing me loud and clearly.
The name you guys chose speaks clear because the kids in the back are like they're in the front because they can hear everything. I absolutely love the PA intercom because it's just one click of a button to get into that teacher's classroom and they're able to speak to you. Cameras are also a great added security for us, so if there is an incident that happens in the classroom, we can definitely go back and see what really happened.
What I see in the future with the online learning with this system, I see that it's going to still stay. I believe online learning has been a big plus for teachers, especially for students who are not in the classroom or who may be sick. They'll never miss a lesson. And again, it's great for students who have like that hearing disability. It's been a great big help for them.
The quality and the product, the way that it makes teaching easier during this pandemic, every little win like that matters so much. I'm really proud and grateful that I get to work in the Clint ISD.
In the next 5 to 10 years, I don't know that classrooms will ever be as what we once thought as a traditional classroom. I think that we have to embrace that technology and really bring a classroom of the 21st century to light. And that's going to include audio systems, that's going to include video systems, it's going to include being able to record things, having a safe and secure environment. And really, Front Row brings all of that together.
Front Row being my first experience with any company like that, I'm glad it was my first experience because I can't see myself ever wanting to go to anything else because it just enhanced my instruction already. I definitely see that with these new capabilities, with the sound system, with just the overall safety features and recording capabilities, the lessons that I design are going to be very different just because we have all those capabilities. So I'm definitely going to design lessons that are more multimodal, in that we're doing speaking, we're writing, we're doing visual presentations, we're doing audio, and just I definitely can see me working more technology into my classroom as a result of that.
I anticipate and I know that what we saw prior to the pandemic we'll continue to see with when the students return back.
Dr. Martinez has a way of inspiring folks to bring their A game, I think, from everybody. And so we did, Clint certainly did, and as this process unfolded, the system we have really is the most robust, probably the most customized, well-designed system, I'd say, in the U.S.
There's nothing like it in El Paso, nothing like it in our area, and for what I hear, is probably nothing like it around the state. I actually did get a call from the Commissioner of Education of Texas to find out, our cost, what have we done, and for them to call Clint ISD and for him to think about Clint ISD over 1,500 districts in the state, that was a testament to the great things that we've done in terms of this system in our schools.
Today's graduation event will begin in 5 minutes. Prior to the ceremony, many precautions have been taken to ensure the safety of our students and guests. Graduation ceremonial items, spirit awards, and diplomas were all sanitized. We remind all graduates and their guests that they must adhere to social distancing guidelines, as well as wear masks at all times for their safety. We also wish to remind all participants that they will be dismissed by section after the ceremony. Directions will be given once the ceremony concludes. Please listen to when your section is called to exit. Welcome to the 2021 Clint ISD Early College Academy graduation. We are honored to host this year's commencement ceremony for our students, their guests, and our staff. The year 2021 is the 91st anniversary of the Clint Independent School District and the 6th graduating class from the Clint ISD Early College Academy. This year's graduation is a unique event due to the challenges that have arisen this past year, but our students have overcome many barriers to be here today. We are honored to recognize their accomplishments and proud to issue their diplomas for their hard work and dedication. It is our distinct pleasure to host this year's event at the Plaza Theatre Performing Arts Center, a nationally recognized building of historic significance. Built in 1930 with Spanish colonial revival architecture, the Plaza Theatre features intricately painted ceilings, mosaic tiled floors, decorative metal railings, and antique furniture. Additionally, the Plaza is one of the few remaining atmospheric theaters, resembling a Spanish courtyard under a southwestern sky. Being that the Plaza Theatre is a National Historic Building of significance and a source of pride for the greater El Paso community, we ask that you please use extra caution while in the building. Thank you in advance for your help in maintaining the Plaza Theatre in pristine condition. We hope you enjoy today's celebration of the class of 2021. Opening our ceremony, the commencement banner will be carried by Kayla Madrid, president of the class of 2022, who will lead our graduation program. Beside her is the Clint ISD Early College Academy Valedictorian, Bryant Valenzuela, who will carry the district's ceremonial mace. Conveying scholarship, confidence, and triumph, the Clint ISD ceremonial mace symbolizes the governing authority and integrity of the Board of Trustees. The district seal, boldly mounted atop the staff, symbolizes that the board is the custodian of excellence in learning and scholarship for all Clint ISD students. The mace is a reminder of the commitment of the Board of Trustees to provide the finest education and scholarly opportunities for our students. After Mr. Valenzuela and Ms. Madrid, Alexa Ramirez and Stephanie Gonzalez will carry the campus and district gonfalons, adding pride and dignity to this event. And now, Dr. Juan I. Martinez, Clint ISD Superintendent, and Dr. Edmund Martinez, Principal of the Clint ISD Early College Academy, will escort the graduates into this ceremony. Will the audience please rise to welcome the 2021 graduating class?
Good afternoon. Please direct your attention to the video screen as our District Honor Choir performs the National Anthem and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge presented by Andrea Sanchez, Class of 2021 Vice President. I ask the gentlemen in the audience to please remove your hats. Please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. Please redirect your attention to the video screen again as the welcome on the behalf of the Class of 2021 will be given by Senior Class Vice President Andrea Sanchez.
Clint ISD Board of Trustees, teachers, administration, staff, graduates, and guests. Welcome to the Clint Early College Academy Class of 2021 Commencement Ceremony. I'd like to begin by thanking teachers, administration, and staff for your tireless effort in assuring our success as students, especially amidst a pandemic. You have truly strengthened our faith in the education system. Class of 2021 would also like to express our endless gratitude for Mrs. Falcon, who stepped into the class sponsor role when we needed it most. And as for the memorable class of 2021, what a roller coaster ride this experience has been. Despite the many highs, lows, and other setbacks, we're all sitting here today, stronger individuals than ever before. We have undergone a pandemic as early college high school students, which is a challenge in itself. And for this reason, I urge you to take this experience not as an obstacle, but rather as a form of empowerment in achieving your educational, professional, and personal aspirations. Now, I understand that we as students often underestimate our ability to succeed, considering all the hardships we have encountered throughout the last 4 years. However, despite these hardships, we have prevailed and defied the odds. We are capable of much more than we know, and obtaining an associate's degree before high school completion is the very least of those capabilities. So as you begin this new chapter in your life, do so with grace, integrity, poise, purpose, and a resolute will. Finally, always remember to remain true to your character, and more importantly, remain true to yourself. Congratulations, Class of 2021.
Thank you, Andrea. I'm Edmund Martinez, the proud principal of the Clint ISD Early College Academy. Welcome to the 6th commencement exercise for the Clint ISD Early College Academy. Before we start, I'd like to recognize our distinguished guest. As I call your name, please stand to be identified. First, our Clint ISD Board of Trustees, Arlene Parada, President. Arturo Cruz, First Vice President. James Pendel, Secretary. And Adrian Bettis, Trustee. A special guest and a good friend to the early college from the El Paso Community College. El Paso Community College Interim Associate Vice President for Workforce and Continuing Education and Dean of Architecture, Art, Math, and Science, Dr. Carlos Amaya. Our Clint ISD Administration, Dr. Juan Martinez, Superintendent. And a special thank you to a steadfast friend of the early college, Mr. James Littlejohn, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Curriculum Instruction. Today's commencement would not be possible without Mr. Littlejohn's help and his entire crew. They worked tirelessly while we were taking care of our students at the campus on Friday, and most of you met them when you were getting screened. Thank you, Mr. Littlejohn, for your tireless efforts in organizing this commencement under extraordinary circumstances. I would also like to thank Mr. Littlejohn's entire team for making this possible. Also, part of our Clint ISD administration, Mary Jennifer Parker, Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Curriculum Instruction. Mark Ayala, Assistant Superintendent for Accountability and Student Achievement. And Dr. Jesse Klein, Chief Financial Officer. Now, our Clint ISD Early College Administrative Team, Ruth Lara, Assistant Principal. Claudia Hernandez, Counselor. And of course, our senior class sponsor, Ms. Alexandra Falcon Soriano. We also have a special guest returning to join us again, alumnus from the class of 2016, Estefania Gallegos Perez. Thank you all for sharing this day with us. Welcome to this extraordinary event. This commencement is symbolic of our ability and willingness to overcome obstacles. Graduates, the early college provided you with rigorous learning opportunities, and still more importantly, I hope we have taught you a sense of purpose, resiliency, and compassion as you make your mark in the world. And you will leave a mark, I have no doubt. Now at this time, I call Ms. Claudia Hernandez to help with the presentation of the Patriot Awards. Following the Patriot Awards, Ms. Hernandez will announce our scholarship awards and top 10 graduates for the class of 2021.
The Patriot Award is to honor students for the way they have overcome adversity, for the spirit and compassion they have shown family, friends, and the community, or their unyielding integrity under early college pressures. The awards are based on the nominations from teachers and the final selection by the principal, Dr. Edmund Martinez. The inscription on the award reads, "The quill was the instrument used by our founding fathers, the first patriots, to document the principles and commitment of this country to overcome any challenge, to fight for justice, and to pursue righteous causes. You are a model of this commitment. Continue to boldly write your story and let it be a shining light to the world. Thank you for your dedication, example, and contributions to the Clint ISD Early College Academy. When your name is called, please come to the stage to be recognized and receive your award. Our first Patriot Award goes to Kimberly Cavada. Our second Patriot Award goes to Gerardo Mitre. Our third Patriot Award goes to Guillermo Lopez. Our fourth Patriot Award goes to Yadira Itzel Ortiz. Our fifth Patriot Award goes to Bianca Hernandez Carvajal. Our sixth Patriot Award goes to Stephanie Gonzalez. Our seventh Patriot Award goes to Raul Aviles. Thank you. You may be seated. In the last 9 years, the Clint ISD Early College Academy students have distinguished themselves as scholars, contributors to their communities, and now successful professionals. The following are the academic achievements of the class of 2021. The blue cord represents the Distinguished Level of Achievement honor. The Distinguished Level of Achievement graduation program recognizes graduates who have completed 4 years of math, science, and a declared endorsement. The Distinguished Level of Achievement honor is an indication that these students are prepared for the rigors of the university. Students who have received this honor, will you please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. The teal cord represents the associate's degree. 97% of the class of 2021 earned at least 12 hours of college credit. They worked tirelessly in balancing their rigorous coursework at the high school and college levels. They took on a challenging road, and we are very proud to announce that 72% of the class of 2021 earned their associate's degree with El Paso Community College. Since 2016, 397 Clint ISD early college students have received their Associate of Arts degree before earning their high school diploma. At this time, will the students who have earned their associate's degree please stand and be recognized? You may be seated. Many students in the class of 2021 completed their Associate of Arts degree at the end of their junior year or in the fall of their senior year. As a result, students who earned their Associates of Arts degree with a minimum GPA of 3.0 were awarded an accelerated scholarship with the University of Texas at El Paso, meaning they could continue their post-secondary education while they continued taking high school classes at the Clint Early College. This scholarship has allowed students to earn up to a total of 72 credits. At this time, will the students who attended the University of Texas at El Paso under the Accelerated Scholarship please stand? You may be seated. We are proud to announce that the class of 2021, as of now, has brought in over $6 million in scholarship money for 71 students in this class. This amount is a combination of federal aid and scholarships, including the college credit they earned, that students were able to log in from either a university, business organization, or military branch. Special acknowledgements go to the Clint ISD early college students who are the Clint ISD Senior Scholarship recipients: Michelle Castillo, Jonathan Castro, Bianca Hernandez, Gerardo Mitre, and Saul Sanchez. Will the Clint ISD Senior Scholars please stand? You may be seated. We also want to recognize 2 students for their hard work and scholarship. These 2 students were each awarded more than $1 million in scholarships and college credit: Bryant Valenzuela and Stephanie Gonzalez. Please stand to be recognized. You may be seated. At this time, will all scholarship recipients please stand to be recognized? All scholarship recipients. You may be seated. It is my privilege and honor to announce the top 10 for the class of 2021 in descending order. Students, when I call your name, please come up to the stage and remain on stage until I announce all the top 10 students. Number 10, Daniel Dominguez Rosas. Number 9, Jose Vega. Number 8, Bianca Hernandez Carvajal. Number 7, Corinne Owens. Number 6, Victor Juarez. Number 5, Andrea Sanchez. Number 4, Rebecca Bencomo. Number 3, Stephanie Gonzalez. Number 2, Alexa Ramirez. Number 1, Bryant Valenzuela. Bryant is also the recipient of the State of Texas Honor Graduate Certificate for being the highest ranking graduate of the Clint ISD Early College Academy Senior Class of 2021. This honor This honor entitles Bryant to a tuition scholarship for the first 2 semesters at a state-supported college or university. You may be seated.
Thank you. At this time, Alexa Ramirez will deliver the salutatorian address. Among Ms. Ramirez's academic achievements, Ms. Ramirez is the daughter of Yadira Ramirez and Adan Ramirez. Over her 4 years at the Clinton Early College Academy, her honors include induction into the National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, the El Paso Community College Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. She is also a member of the Chemistry Club, Environmental Club, Haiku, Yearbook, and Student Council, to name a few. She earned admission to the University of New Mexico State University, St. Mary's University, Our Lady of Lake University. This fall, she will continue her studies at the University of Texas at El Paso as a junior. Please direct your attention to the screen.
Good afternoon, Clint ISD, Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty and staff, family and friends, and the class of 2021. Whenever I wanted to unwind or de-stress, I would go outside and sit down underneath my trees in the backyard. I watched my trees grow over the years, watched them grow through vicious winds, loads of sunlight, fight for any water, and through all of that, they grew into huge trees providing shade and nutrients to their surroundings. Trees, like everything else in nature, have a natural order that allows them to thrive and overcome anything, much like the class of 2021. From the start, we already had a lot to learn. We had to learn to balance our time, and by that I mean learn to do our work 30 minutes before class and rely on each other for help, even though we were all equally lost in the assignments. We learned to make class fun by constant sidetrack conversations, skits, and poorly edited videos in geography, random jokes and laughter in chemistry, to doing yoga and calculus. We learned to quickly adapt from in-person learning to online and to not take things for granted. We are still going through a global pandemic, went through a racial injustice movement, an attack on our democracy, and currently an intergenerational turmoil in the Middle East. Some of us faced mental and physical struggles from the current events or our personal lives. But like the trees, we have been able to thrive despite such challenging times. We embraced the positive, radiant light that shined on us during the dark times, fought our past selves to sprout into who we wanted to be to achieve our goals, and learned to spring back from forces that may have pushed us down. These 4 years were not a breeze. They were strong winds blowing us from the left and right, tossing us into uncertainty, challenges, and struggles. At times, the winds blow so hard the trees I would sit underneath would lose a few branches and sometimes would crack in half. Through all of those hard times, growth happens. Just as the trees regrow the branches it lost, our character, mindset, and abilities grow, making us stronger, wiser, and happier. I want to thank the class of 2021 for not giving up during these times. Just like the tree whose roots hold them down, you too are grounded. You have these roots that hold you down no matter what happens in life. Always remember who and what helped you grow into who you are today. SICA is the root that is holding us up for success. Whether our next step is a community college, a four-year university, a technical trade, or another path in life, we will all face personal, academic, and professional struggles, maybe even another pandemic. The winds of life might knock us off our feet and break us, but our roots will always hold us down. Our roots are not always seen. No one will ever know what you had to go through unless you show them. But you will understand the battles you had to face to be where you are today. And with that, you will embrace and cherish all your success when you've reflected on your growth. Thank you to my crazy family, my sarcastic friends, my passionate teachers, and the wonderful SICA staff, and many others I have met throughout my high school journey. Because all of you, I have grown tremendously and will continue to do so. As for the class of 2021, let's make it a priority to acknowledge and celebrate our growth. Today, plant a seed, and as it is growing, know that you are growing too.
Thank you, Alexa. At this time, Bryant Valenzuela will deliver the valedictorian address. Among Mr. Valenzuela's numerous academic honors, here are just a few. U.S. Presidential Scholar semifinalist, Hispanic Scholarship Fund finalist, Gates Scholarship semifinalist, a published author for MIT, an MIT MOSTEC participant, AP Scholar with distinction, published artist with the American Chemical Society, Texas Ideas Challenge finalist Honorable Mention Award, and numerous scholarships including Baylor University, the University of Colorado at Denver, Harvard Faculty Scholarship, University of Denver Chancellor Scholarship, Rice University, and UPenn Tuition Award. While at Clint ISD, he has participated in the following: as class president of the class of 2021, Texas Tech Medical Camp, HiQ, Science Fair, University of California Bovart Scholar Program, Harvard Policython, and College Hype co-founder. Bryant was accepted to 11 universities, including the University of Michigan, University of Pennsylvania, University of Southern California, Rice, and Harvard University, where he will attend in the fall. Please direct your attention to the video screen.
Good afternoon, Clint ISD Board of Trustees, Clint ISD Superintendent, Dr. Juan Martinez, Clint Early College faculty and administration, and the parents of the class of 2021. Life is not a smooth road. It's not a highway. It's not a direct slope from childhood to adulthood, but rather one filled with potholes, cracks in the road, U-turns, and every other obstacle necessary to keep you from reaching that golden and sweet final destination. It was 12 years ago when we claimed our innocence. Little naive kindergartners sitting on a classroom mat, repeating the ABCs in unison. But as the years went on, the repeating of the ABCs turned to the repeating of the national anthem and the Pledge of Allegiance to a country that has done everything to evoke the voices of people like you and me. We stand as minorities here today in a city that embellishes us, a city that understands the injustices pronounced of a life as a minority. August 3rd, 2019. As the bright rays of the morning sunrise awoke the city of El Paso and Dayton, the lives of 30 Hispanic Americans and African Americans were taken away at the hands of a racially construed ideology that deemed the minority people of El Paso and Dayton a bewildered source for success. People like our parents, grandparents, uncles, aunts that came to the United States with the hope of rebuilding a family, rebuilding themselves, all laid dead in the remnants of racist ideologies. The odds are inherently against us. We will constantly be reminded of these odds on the road to our ultimate goal, whatever it might be, and it is up to us to see past the racial biases in society, for we are scholars before we are minorities. I have seen within each and every one of you the passion to succeed, the passion to learn, the passion to be more than just a statistic, luring you to what modern society thought you ought to be. We need to be the change for the future students who will continue reciting the pledge for a country that promises we the people and continues to lack inclusivity, and allow them to dream of hope rather than disparity when looking at an American flag at every corner of a classroom. Life might not be a smooth road, but you all lay the pavement of perseverance within its cracks and potholes. For the past 4 years, I have seen each and every one of you grow, and I continue to be mesmerized by all your amazing accomplishments and feats. Change comes from within, and for the past years you have all changed for the better, and I am blessed to know such a group of intelligent and remarkable leaders. My parents came to the United States from Ciudad Juarez, Mexico, to find a better future for their family. They worked to build a house in a vacant land and found job opportunities in a market that was foreign to them. Thank you to my parents, who in their youth lived in overwhelming poverty, for showing me that it is not money that defines an individual, but rather one's willingness to change the intangible to the tangible. I was not meant to succeed. A son of immigrants and a first-generation low-income student, my path to success was supposed to be vacant, broken, foggy from the inherent disadvantage I was born into. By the will of my parents, friends, and teachers, and the laughable dreams of a young Mexican boy to pursue academic settings not meant for him, I can now say that I defied the odds and will be pursuing an education at Harvard University. Class of 2021, we have made it to the end of our high school education, and it's important that you continue to defy the odds. Whether in the fields of education, law, medicine, computer science, art, dance, or even anthropology, be the change you need to be to inspire other minority boys and girls to also defy their odds and begin a new generation that sees hard work and perseverance above that of the color of one's skin. I cannot wait to hear from you in the coming years as you change the landscape of this country for the better. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Now at this time, I call on Dr. Juan Martinez for his message to our students. And before that, I'd also like to present our gift, the 2021 yearbook from our students and our staff. On behalf of everyone at the Early College, Dr. Martinez, this is for the district.
Well, after listening to that speech, Brian, I think I should not say anything else. That was fantastic. And let me say to you that you brought tears to my eyes. You surely did, and I am extremely proud that you have the courage to say the words that you said. And going to Harvard will prepare you to use that voice to better this country for the best, and I wish you the very best at Harvard. We're very proud of you. You also may be wondering why I get a yearbook every graduation year. You know, it's the gift that I get every year. Well, there's a reason for that yearbook. All the yearbooks stand right behind me, and I think they gave you a little card where you put your information there, and you were thinking, why is this information for? Well, don't be surprised that in a year from now, I will probably be calling you, and I go to the yearbook to see who you are, because there's so many of you. So that's why I get the yearbook, to remind me of your beautiful faces as the years go by. Anyways, on behalf of the School Board of Trustees and my family and I, to the entire Clint ISD family, we're going to say in a loud voice, congratulations to the class of 2021. And as we congratulate you, let me just say a few words that were not on my script, but I have to say them. As soon as I walked in this place, isn't it beautiful? It was just impressive. And I want to thank the School Board of Trustees, because they allow us to dream, to think big, to think differently. And we get just the ideas are born in our heads in the team that we have, and we come up with this beautiful thing. So I want to thank everybody who works together to make this possible in this beautiful venue. So thank you to the school board, and thank you to the Clint ISD family for allowing us to set the standard of what is simply beautiful. Graduates, the theme of my message is to the graduating class of 2021 is memorable. Memorable is defined by the website dictionary as worth remembering, especially because of being special and unusual. This school year, was certainly unusual, but I think it was also very special and worth remembering, just as the dictionary says. Because of the pandemic, people went around the world, still to this day, and our community is no different. We've been carrying out around us feelings of anxiety, grief, fear, shock, and sadness. However, today, let us join together in celebration of your accomplishments, your success, and a renewed sense of gratitude for reaching this milestone in your life. Let us celebrate and look forward with anticipation of a better days ahead. We know that adversity comes to us in many different ways. Sometimes it is expected, sometimes it is not expected. However, how we handle it is what makes the difference. But I know that whatever comes your way, graduates, you will face those challenges in many different ways, but I know you will do it well. How do I know? Well, I met most of you when you were in fifth grade when I came to the district. And I think Brian alluded to when you were little ones. Well, I remember many of you when you were in fifth grade. You know, those beautiful years that you were still in elementary school. So I know for a fact that I've seen you grow, and now some of you are taller than I am. And I am so proud of you. I know that you will pursue your goals, reach those goals, and make a difference in the world, and more importantly, make a difference in your life and the life of your family. And speaking of family, it is our tradition to honor you, all of our graduates. We've had this tradition for several years now, and it's no different today. This beautiful medallion that you have with you. Please look at it. We actually redesigned it this year especially for you. And in the back of that medallion, it says, memorable. You know, that's what it reads. I was going to ask you to read it, but you can't see. So it is given to you on behalf of your teachers, on behalf of the administration, on behalf of the school board, on behalf of the entire Clint ISD family, but more importantly, students, is given to you on behalf of your parents. In fact, let me ask you to please give a hand to your parents who are here. They've been with you day in, day out. Yes, give them a hand. And the reason we chose the word memorable means because we want you to remember this moment as the culmination of those beautiful years of your elementary school. Oh my goodness, those were the best years. You didn't worry about anything. You just went to school and sometimes complained, Mr. Mark hit me, you know, things like that. But I can tell you that as you sit here today, I am going to speak, and I hope I don't get emotional, but as you sit here today, your parents back there are thinking of those years when you were little. They're thinking of those pictures, and I can tell you that at night and sometimes on the weekends, they go and look at those pictures when you were just a little boy and a little girl, and they remember how long and how far you've come. Your parents love you more than anybody else, I can guarantee you that. And now we wanted you to remember those years, but also remember your teenage years. Oh, those were very difficult. I won't even mention what's going on in middle school. And then you began the transformation when you went to high school and the early college. And look at you now, the responsible adults that you have become to prepare you to go and conquer the world. We are so, so proud of you. But in addition to the medallion, we also wanted to make sure that your accomplishments and this moment is never forgotten. You may put the medallion away, but there is one element in the city of El Paso that you will never forget. You will see it constantly as you drive west and as you drive east. As every time you look up to the Franklin Mountain, you will see that star that tonight will be lit in your honor. So tonight, as you graduate and you go to community college graduation, As you go to community college graduation tonight, look at that star. It will remind you of this very special moment, but it will also remind you that you are not just any graduate. There will be thousands and maybe millions who will graduate this year. You are not just one of them. You are a special graduate who is destined to do and accomplish great things in your life. Remember that. Every time you see that star, we want you to remember that you are destined to do special things, great things in life. Dream big and accomplish those dreams. You know, during the SICA graduation of 2016, among the graduates, just like you, was a young lady who in many ways exemplifies the patriot spirit. She was hardworking, dedicated to her studies, focused on finishing her bachelor's degree back then, and I used to call her Mother Teresa. You know why? She always carried food in her bag, burritos, and fruit, and she will feed any kid who was hungry. So that's why I call her Mother Teresa. I mean, sometimes she was a real pain. But she never took a no for an answer from me. She was very demanding, and I love every moment of it because that makes us better. She graduated at her young age from UTEP as a teacher, and she became the youngest teacher ever hired by the Isleta Independent School District. And just this past Saturday, I do believe, she graduated at the age of 22. 22 years old, she graduated with a master's degree. Her name is Stefania Gallegos Perez. Please, Stefania, come over here to the front. I'd like for them to know who you are. Please come up to the front right here. We have a special gift for you. And Stefania, you are an example. You are an example of and a role model to all the graduates today here today. It was my honor to graduate you from SICA. I know you're jealous from the stage, but that's all right. I mean, they have a real nice stage. It was my honor back then, and it is my honor to welcome you back. But it will be my greatest honor if you decide to teach for the Clinton Independent School District, right? And hopefully you do that. So thank you again for exemplifying the patriot spirit. The administration selected you as an honor graduate. Congratulations, we're extremely proud of you today. Thank you, Stefania, and Ms. Dr. Martinez has a special gift for you. Thank you, Stefania. I'm sure it will be hanged in one of our elementary schools in Clinton. Just saying. Finalmente, quiero agradecer a los padres, a los familiares, los amigos de los graduandos. Les agradezco su confianza en el distrito, que le dan al distrito. Les agradezco la confianza que nos han dado durante estos últimos años. Quiero agradecerles por su apoyo, pero más que nada por el apoyo que les han dado a sus hijos durante todos estos años en la Academia de SICA. Muchas felicidades a cada uno de ustedes, a sus familias y por supuesto a los graduados de la clase 2021. Muchísimas felicidades a cada uno de ustedes y sus familias. Finally, Patriots, we are extremely proud of you. You are an impressive group of scholars. This graduation will be, as the medallion says, let me hear you say, memorable. This graduation will be memorable. However, a university graduation will not only be memorable, it will be remarkable. Go and make it happen. Congratulations to the class of 2021. May God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. This time I'm going to ask Dr. Martinez to join us one more time and come forth and certify the class of 2021.
Thank you, Dr. Martinez. It is my honor. Martinez. I usually say you can throw a pencil in El Paso or a rock and you hit a Martinez, okay? So anyways. Graduates are here certified that the graduating students of the 2021 class of the Clint ISD Early College Academy have successfully completed all required courses set forth by the Texas State Board of Education and the Clint Independent School District Board of Trustees, and therefore, I now officially declare the class of 2021 graduates of Clint ISD Early College Academy this 22nd day of May 2021, and you are officially graduates. Congratulations.
Students, at this time, we're going to award your diplomas. Our administrative staff is going to help you. We're going to escort you through the stage. So just please follow the directions, come up, and we will award you your diplomas.
Bryant Yahid Valenzuela. Alexa Ramirez. Stephanie Gonzalez. Rebecca Bencomo. Andrea Sanchez. Victor Juarez. Corinne Owens. Bianca Hernández Carvajal. Huh? What? Oh. Jose Vega. Daniel Domínguez Rosas. Alina Nicole Anchondo. Claudia Arias. Rebecca Arredondo. Raúl Áviles Ramírez. Ashley Baca. Kimberly Cavada. Leslie Cardosa. Gabriel Carrillo. Jonathan Castro. Alexandra Chasen. Alejandro Cuevas. Amy del Toro Obregón. Jennifer Delgado. Jordan Escobar. Eric Escobedo. Alexa Paola Flores. Desiree Gonzalez. Joseph Gonzalez. Andrés Guajardo Espinosa. Annabella Gutierrez. Laura Ledesma. Daphne Licerio. Guillermo López. Angelique Luevano. Brisa Martínez. Hi, Valeria. Valeria Mascorro. Janelis Méndez. Gerardo Mitre. Sonia Montes. Eric Morales. Jasmine Moran. Daira Nava. Andrea Núñez. Yarivet Ochoa. Alondra Olivares. Cindy Olivas. Diana Ontiveros. Yadira Itzel Ortiz. Jacqueline Peña Zacarías. Isaac Perea. Dulce Pérez. Ismael Pérez. Annette Rivas. Brittany Rodriguez. Adrián Salas. Enrique Salinas. Saúl Sánchez. Sariñana. Jasmine Sariñana. Hi, Diego. Diego Terrazas. Isaac Torres. Joel Valenzuela. Destiny Varela. Ellen Vasquez. Sergio Velasco. Andy Venzer. Amber Zubia. Mia Zubia.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Clint ISD Early College Academy Class of 2021. At this time, I want to thank the teachers and the staff of the early college. Especially this year, you worked tirelessly to teach, counsel, and support students through the rigors of the early college, and you did so much more. There are times that you were a shoulder to cry on. Sometimes you were a firm hand, but you were always persistent and steadfast. So we thank you for that. And finally, to my students, you had a dream, an ambition, and you took a leap of faith to this new school, the early college. You would hope, and we helped you achieve your goals, and it took you on a path that few have ever tried. Whenever I think of you, I think of the American theologian and author and educator, Reinhold Niebuhr. In his book, The Irony of the American History, he wrote, "Nothing that is worth doing can be achieved in our lifetime. Therefore, we must be saved by hope." Nothing which is true or beautiful or good makes complete sense in any immediate context of history. Therefore, we must be saved by faith. Nothing we do, however virtuous, can be accomplished alone. Therefore, we must be saved by love. My message to you: rely on hope, strengthen your faith, and love under all circumstances. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You may now move your tassels from the left to the right, signifying that you are a graduate. Congratulations.
As a final remembrance of the 2021 school year, we would like to take a moment to honor those in attendance tonight and those who cannot. Please retrieve the glow stick that was issued before the ceremony. Gently snap and shake the cylinder